Well, today we are on the Van Fleet Trail. This is in Mabel on the northern end. This trail is perfectly straight. It has one little turn in it. Not even much of a turn, maybe, I don't know, I want to say 20 degrees. But you can see this is a 29.2 mile trail. Most of it is straight. I'm going to show you this right now. Got it's short on bathrooms, so you got one right here at the trailhead, and mostly woods. We're gonna go for a little ride here. It is really probably it's considered the most wilderness bike ride, rails to trails bike ride in Florida. So let's go find out. So this is the Mabel station on the north end of the Van Fleet Trail. It's March, and it looks like a really nice day. General Van Fleet was born in 1892 and lived until 1992. He died 100 years and 6 months, being the longest lived American general. So we stopped at the first bathroom here at the northern head by Mabel, and they're really, really nice. They have water. They have water here, and I believe it's working. Yeah. And look how nice these bathrooms are. For trail riding, flush toilets are pretty awesome with toilet paper. That's good stuff. All right, we're getting back on the ride. Here's one. So this is one of the railroad mileage markers. The 783 would be 783 miles to Richmond, which would be where this line would end. So that's kind of cool. General Van Fleet served in World War I, World War II, and the Korean War, and was highly decorated. Was graduated from West Point in 1915 with Dwight D. Eisenhower. And so he's done a lot, and he has a trail to be rewarded by it. Get back on the road now. Two hawks right over here. Well, that was right by the signpost. I was doing the shooting. That is 1/2 of a mile in from the beginning of the northern part, all of that. So there you go. Starts early. We're coming up on the first full mile, and there's a shelter and a bench here. On our right, you can start to see the swamps, the cypress swamp. Got to be fresh water. It's got to be still or very slow moving, so I think they got that covered. He's also received medals from other countries, and here are some of the other countries: Greece, Korea, Iran, UK, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Colombia, Ethiopia, Thailand, Philippines, China. We're moving along here. Some of this land used to be citrus. Some of it was tree farms. And some of it was for hunting. They have hunting going on essentially from November to April. So they suggest you wear oranges during hunting season. So just something you might want to think about. So we're about 2 3/4 miles in, and we've come across this deck, number 8, overlooking this pine forest. Three miles. There we go, going to the lake. About 3.4 miles from the trailhead north. 3.75 miles from the northern head is the third table. General Van Fleet has 2 statues built to him, none of them in America that I know of, at least according to Wikipedia. He has one in Greece, and he has one in Korea. So really an amazing American hero. And the trail is fantastic. He's also from Polk County. His family moved down here in the 1800s as an infant. He was a head coach of the Gators for 2 years and had a winning record. So he was a great general, and he also was a great Floridian. All right. All right, coming up on the bridge. It's right at 5 miles. In the middle of the road here are mile markers. They spray painted in, counting down in our case. They go from south to north, but they are counting down to the 29.2 miles. Take you to the parking lot on the other end of Polk County. So at the bridges gives you a great opportunity to catch some of the wildlife, like this egret here. Well, right at about 5.5 miles in, at walkout number 7, a bike repair box. Looks like a bicycle pump, a wrench. Nice. This is the Eagle Scout Project Tyler drone. So now we're getting more cabbage palm, palmettos. So I'm looking out over this pine forest, and you can see all these ferns everywhere. And that's how quiet it is. There's a deer just ahead of us on the left side of the road. So we've located another mile marker right by where that deer crossed over, here in this cypress, and mostly cypress it looks like, area. And of course this one is 789. So that's our mile marker. We're going to continue on down the trail. Coming up on another picnic table, and looks like a bike repair box right around 7 miles in. Now we're starting to get a more oak forest here. Still pretty wet, but but apparently a little higher off. So we're like right around 7.5 miles. Coming up on the next bridge. This is Texas lantana. This bush is on the right about 7 3/4. Back when I come by, but we're right about 7 3/4 from the head. Coming up on another bench. So we are about 9 miles down the trail here at Lake Road. There's some parking here. It's right by a bridge. See down here? Not much else to see. You're at the Bay Lake Trailhead. So this is the next shelter here. We're at 9 3/4 miles from the north trailhead. Well, the forests have given way to some cow fields and a lot less trees. We're about 10.5 miles from the trailhead, just leaving the sheltered area. Just sitting there. Hey guy. It's like I'm not going in my hole for that. So we're about a little over 12 miles down from the north trailhead. And you can see it's more open, a lot more pines, still quite remote. Other than the fact it's remote into the wilderness, but there are people who enjoy this trail. Railroad marker 795. That's right around 12.5 miles. I'm going to record some stuff here. So we're about 13, a little past 13 miles in, and there's 2 signs here on the trail. It says wildlife viewing. So we'll take a look, see what we get. We've got some thorn bushes here. There he is. Here's our gator. Gator, not too big. So what I would say is you don't have to go to Great Cypress Swamp National Park to see great cypress. You can come to the Van Fleet. So we're down here by the alligator. We've got some purple flowers here. That is called the lyre leaf sage or cancer weed. These white flowers are the sawtooth blackberries. So I believe about 13 3/4 miles. Just chugging along here. Coming up on 14 miles and another bench. So you can rest your weary feet. That looks beautiful. We're about 15.5 miles down the trail. The woods have come back. We got the cypress on our left and on our right, along with the water, and a lot of oak and pine. It's really beautiful. Well sheltered. We're coming up on a shelter and chairs up here, table. And that is right at 16 miles. So this will be our turnaround point for today. Well, we're at the that stopping spot around 16 miles down the trail, and behind me, I guess not too far away, is the one bend in the trail. We didn't quite get to that yet. You got the wood of alligators here. They're like, hey. Wow.